Hello and welcome to this full body Pilates session. Today is going to be knee friendly and we're going to use a small ball for side lying. So you can grab a ball, a cushion or go props free if you prefer. I'm going to start with an intro, so if you're just here for the workout then I've time-stamped it in the timeline so that you can skip ahead and start your session. So I recently injured my knee and I have had it checked out. I'm at a point now where I can move around it and I know how to adjust. So I wanted to share with you how we can adapt movement so that we can still come to Pilates and we can get movement for our mental health while not aggravating our pain. If anything does bother it, then please adjust it, dial it back or skip the exercise completely. I will give you some options so that you can adjust it as you need, but make sure that everything that you do feels good in your body. We'll come to lie down on our backs. So take a moment there, just gently coming down. To find alignment, bring your feet and knees together. Open your heels, your toes, and now your knees should be in line with your hips. Rest your hands next to the side of your body. We'll begin with just a few breaths here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Finding ease in your shoulders, rib cage to the mat. And equal pressure across both feet. Beginning with a pelvic rocker, rock your hips towards your shoulders, lower back to mat, and then release the hips back to the start. Exhale to curl it in, inhale, release. Begin to feel equal pressure in both of your feet and hips. You're trying to find stability in your knees and just checking in how your knees feel here. 2 more. And 1. If that felt alright for you, we're going to take it into bridge. Exhale, curl your hips up and away from the ground. Pause at your max. Try get to the tips of the shoulder blades if you can. Deep breath in. Curling it down. Exhaling on the way up and down. Inhale at the top and bottom. Pressing down into your hands and heels for support and stability. Usually I tell you to pull your heels towards your shoulders. I'm not going to cue that today because it might aggravate your knee. So simply just pressing the feet down. Trying to stabilize those hips and knees. Slowing it down if you need. 1 more time. Deep breath in and core to curl you down. Release. Chest lift. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Elbows off the mat. We'll take an exhale breath to lift the chest. Hold at the top for an inhale. Lower down as you breathe out. So just like earlier, we exhale as we lift and lower. Inhale at the top and bottom. Trying to keep your lower body stable, lifting from your mid-back. As you inhale at the top, take a deep breath, feel that lift. And release with control 1 more time. On your next lift, we're going to go into our rotation. So lifting up first, straight up. Hold, rotate towards me, lifting through your top elbow. Come back through center, over to the other side. Deep breath in. Exhale, center. Tipping from one side to the other, twisting from the waist. Pressing into your hips and feet for lower body stability. And feel how those obliques are working. 1 more. And center. Lower it down. Bring your hands next to the side of your body. Single leg march. We're going to take one leg to tabletop. And lower it down, or alternating feet. Feel that consistent pressure from head down to hips. And then core, then leg. We're going to work from the top down if you want to increase that challenge. So squeeze your legs together in tabletop. Lower from the top down. Exhale to lift. Stable torso on the mat. Pressing into your hands for support. One more on each side. And last one. We're going to take it into changes. So take one leg down to the ground, one to tabletop. Core pulls in, exhale, switch. Keeping a stable upper body. 3 more rounds. 2. 1 more round. Legs to tabletop or down to the ground. Feet together. Arms to T, supine twist. I'm just going to move my ball out of the way. Okay. We take a rotation, knees over to the one side. Deep breath in. Exhale, come back to center, up and over to the other side. Inhale and exhale back in. If your feet are on the floor, the top foot comes off the ground as you rotate your knees. Reach it across to the side. Keeping your opposite shoulder on the ground, pull your belly button in as you twist. 1 more to each side. And last one. And center. Lower the feet down to the ground and just give yourself a little breather there. Take your knees side to side, windshield wiper, to release the hips. Good. We're going to bring our feet in line with our hips again. Reach your hands to the ceiling. And take an exhale breath, curling up through the chest. Reach through the fingers. We're going to take the 100, taking a deep breath in. Exhale, pumping the arms. Keep pumping, deep breath in for 5. And out for 5. Inhaling into the back. Exhale, pull the core in. You have the option to lift the legs in tabletop if you want more challenge, or keep them on the ground for support. Find stability at the tips of your shoulder blades. Keep your chin tucked in. 3 more rounds. Reach the fingers forward a little more. And 2. Last one. Lower the chest, lift the hands to the ceiling, and we'll take it into a full roll up. Walk your feet out just a little bit, or you can go straight legs if that's available to you. Half lift through the chest. Roll it up. Grab behind your legs if you need that support. Straight spine at the top. Exhale, core to curl you down. Lower back, middle back, and then lengthen, release. Exhale as you curl up and down. And you also have the option to lift your toes off the ground, to press your heels down for support. So you've got lots of options to choose from. Pull that core in to curl you up. As you curl down, keep your eyes and hands on the horizon so that you're rolling down lower back, middle back, and then head. 1 more. We'll come up and stay at the top. Awesome. Release your hands down. And we're going to press the hips back. For spine stretch, we're going to take our feet wider, mat's distance. And I'm going to keep a bent knee, but you're welcome to straighten your legs. I'm going to slightly externally rotate my knees so that I've got space in my hips. Reach the arms forward. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, curling forward and down to the front of your mat. And then rolling it back up, lower back, middle back, and then head. Pull your core back as you reach forward, finding that deep stretch for your hips. And rolling it all the way up. Release the hands, grabbing onto your ball for your sideline work. So to get set up, you're taking the ball into the side of your waist, up on the forearms and legs at 90. Knees are in front of you. Take a moment there to lift through the side of the waist so that you've got that support from the bottom waist and that core and oblique is working. You're going to take an exhale breath. Your top leg is coming up and lowering back down. Exhale as you lift, inhale as you lower. You want to try to keep those hips stable, engaging the core. As you keep lifting from that bottom arm, and you can gaze down at your wrist if your neck is bothering you. Let's go 2 more. And 1, hold it at a height that feels good. We're going to press the leg back, keep your torso stable, and bring the leg forward. Inhale. Exhale, we press it back. Feel that glute engage and then release. 3 more here, and then we'll take it to circles. And in. Last 2. Brilliant. 1 more. Hold it at the back. You're going to lift it up, bring it forward, and take it down. We go back, lift, forward and down. Keep your knee pointing to the wall in front of you as you take your circles. So it's small, it's stable and strong. 2 more and then we reverse. And 1. Bring it forward. Lift off that ball a little bit more. Now we're going to go up at the front. We go back, down and forward. Lots of hip stability work here, so take your time. Take pauses as you need, very important. Last 2. And down, forward, 1 more. Ooh, feel that glute. And bring it in, brilliant. We're gonna bend those knees, bring your heels in line with your tailbone and into obliques. All the way down onto your elbow, head is resting in your hand. And then we don't wanna be collapsing here, we wanna lift up. Perfect. Hand is in front of you. Use it for support. We're going to lift through our head, bring your elbow off the ground, find your height, lower down, lifting only to your max. Exhale up, inhale, lower with control. Let your head rest in your hands so that you're working your oblique. We don't want to be tilting the head there. We want to keep it nice and long and stable. Core, then lift. And 1 more. Lower down and take a well-deserved rest. Stretch overhead. Good job. Give yourself a moment. And we'll take it over to the other side. So bringing it all the way around. We'll take a moment here for setup. Ball underneath the waist. We're up on the forearm, hand down for support, and legs are at 90 degrees. Lift and lowering that top leg. Exhale, we're coming up. Inhale, lower. We're light on that ball and we're lifting through that bottom arm. Good. Tilting the head to the side or looking down if you need that support for your neck. And then checking in that you feel stable in your hips. Last 2. 1 more. Can you lift and hold it? Find your max. We're going to take it back. Squeeze through the glute. Bring it forward. Imagine like you're trying to push that wall away from you. So the core engages and it's like you're trying to push that wall back. There we go. Finding that strength. And 1 more. We're going to take it to the back. Hold it for our circles. At the back, you're going up, forward, and down, and back again. Smoothing it out as you get used to it. Lifting off that ball a little bit more. Makes it a little bit more challenging. So take your time. No rush here. 1 more, and then we reverse. Bring it forward. Lift it up in the front, we take it back, down, and sweep it forward. Keep the knee pointing forward. See if you've got that lift through the side of your waist, up off your ball, core in. Last two. Lovely work, one more. Ooh, glute. And in, bend your knee, bring your heels back, and all the way down to that elbow, resting in the hand. Lifting off the side, and hand is in front of you. Let's take it into that lift. Exhale, breath as you lift. Inhale, low with control. So thinking core, and then lift. Only lifting to your max so that you feel the waist working and not the shoulders. Two more. Good, last one. All the way down and find a stretch. Alright, let's come over into prone position, face down on the mat, ball to the side. Take your time getting into this position. So you're going to come all the way down. We're going to start by bending our knees, bring your heels together. Stack your hands one on top of the other and then rest your forehead on your hands. Engage your core. And as you exhale, float your knees away from the ground. Try to feel the connection to the glutes. Inhale, lower with control. Exhale, lift your heels to the ceiling. Inhale to lower. Working in a range that feels good. Engaging through the crease of the glute, the hamstrings. Strengthening through those glutes, so important for our knees. Last two. And one. Bring those knees down, take a seiki there. I'm going to keep my knees bent. You're welcome to straighten your legs if that's available to you. We're going to take our chest expansion. Lift your head from your hands, pull your chest forward and up. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower with control. Inhale as you lift, exhale as you lower. And feel that you're pulling your chest forward and up. And your gaze goes just ahead of your mat. Think of drawing your shoulders away from your ears. Last two. And one, you're going to keep it at the top. So find your max where you can hold yourself. Engaging through the core. You're going to take an exhale, lift your hands to your forehead. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift your hands, inhale down. Press them into the ground. I'm just going to make my ball out the way, you keep going. You're trying to keep your chest stable, so not floating up and down. Feel your mid-back muscles engage to keep you there. Last three. Lift a little higher if you can. And one. Lower it down. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. You can fully extend your legs here if it's available to you, or extend it as much as you can comfortably go. Taking a deep breath in, lift the chest. You can lift your elbows off if you have no discomfort in the lower back. And lower with control, breathing out. Deep breath in. I'm keeping my heels together and just slightly opening the knees to give me that space for my lift without aggravating my knee. Inhale as you lift, shoulders draw down. Chest is going forward and up and lengthening as you lower. Last two. One more. And lower with control. Take a rest there. Release. Brilliant work making your way up to seated. I'm going to just roll over onto my safe side and roll all the way up to seated. Awesome. Let's come to a cross-legged position, or what is available to you. So you can go butterfly, cross-legged. Take a moment there. Taking a deep breath in, reaching up through the arms, and we'll take a side stretch. Go back up through center, up and over to the other side. Just starting to bring that heart rate back down. And one more. We'll come through center, twisting over to the one side. My hand is lightly on my knee. I'm pressing myself up and around, using my hand at the back for support. And then coming up and over to the other side. Lightly pressing into the knee or the quad. One more big breath in and out. And release. Both arms reach up, deep breath in. And exhale, release. Well done. Thank you so much for joining me for this session and making time for your movement. I hope that this felt safe and comfortable for your knee. If you're also experiencing knee discomfort, if you have any questions, you can share it down below. And I will be sharing this whole journey with you. So if you are interested in learning more about modifications and adjustments for your knees, then you can join me here. I hope that you have an amazing day, and I will see you in our next session.